Hi guys, Linda Bowen from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is my creative fold, and we are going to be doing a tri-fold card. And look how beautiful this is. It uses the Painted with Love specialty paper, and we are using the Sale-a-Bration Lots of Lavender stamp set. We've got the stitch shapes, the layering circles, and look at that embossing folder. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but that is from the Petal Pair Textures embossing folders, and I think they're very easy to miss in the catalog. I'm going to hold them up there. It has leaves and flowers. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we are going to start out with a piece of Whisper White. I really suggest using the heavy Whisper White. This measures 5.5 by 9 3/4, and we're going to bring in our personal trimmer, and we are going to score it at 3 5/8 and 7 15/16. So like so. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our bone folder, and we're just going to burnish those edges up. This gives us a standard 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch piece of our card. We're going to bring in a piece of Painted with Love specialty paper. This measures 3 5/8 by 5.5, and I am going to grab my snail. Miss my fast fuse. I am out of refills with my fast fuse and cannot wait for my Stampin' Up! Order to get here so that I have my fast fuse back. So I have got that. Next, what I have is a piece of Melon Mambo. This measures 1 7/8 by 5.5, and I am going to bring in that embossing folder. Now, I'm not going to bring my Big Shot up on my table. Again, I am working on a folding table down here in Florida, and it wobbles too much for me to actually show the embossing. Maybe I'll bring it up and see. Maybe it'll work here. Let me grab my plates. I am using the Big Shot platform without the adapter. So I'm going to put my first clear mat in. Always remember to put the folder side going through first. That way, if there's any air bubbles, let's see how well this works. It's not too bad. It will push the air out and will not blow out your fold in your folder. So isn't that pretty? I think both ways are very pretty. So I'm going to take that, set it back down. I think I am going to use the embossed side out. I really recommend using a little more adhesive because it is embossed, and that's just going to go right on the flap like so. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in that layering circles and the stitch shapes, and we're going to be working with the stitch shapes. I don't like the seam on that. Let's push this over. So we're going to bring in our stamp set, our Memento ink pad, and this flower I think is overlooked in that lavender, and it is so pretty and very simple. Makes a nice border. So I see I got a little piece of black. Let's see if I can stamp over that so that you don't see it. I had a little dot. Worked well. So I've got that. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to bring in my thank you. This is from the Heartfelt Thanks stamp set that is also a free celebration, and I just love the words in that set. So I've got my thank you. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my powder pink and take the lavender is a 2-step stamping set. So I've got my powder pink flowers. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that. I'm going to bring in my leaves from that set and the Wild Wasabi on the ink pad. And I'm going to ink, let's see which, yeah, that's the one. Ink the leaves. Now let's see, I think they're just reversed. Yep. I'm going to remove those and grab the other set of leaves. And if you're off just a hair, it really doesn't matter. Now there's little berries in these flowers and not a stamp, so I'm just going to bring in my blends. I am finding the blends, even if I don't blend with them, I love just to color with them. The ink just flows so nice and even with them. So I've got that. I'm going to grab a dimensional, pop that in the middle, and then that is going to go on my scallop. I'm going to add adhesive just to the top and put that on the front of my card like so. Isn't that pretty? A very pretty trifold card. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.